Good morning. Please remove your caps and stand for the singing of the national anthem by Haley Bagwell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You can sit down. Good morning, and welcome to the 100th graduation ceremony at Coffeyville Community College. Coffeyville Community College started operations in April of 1923, enrolling the first class in August 1923. The first graduating class consisted of 12 women and 1 man who were recognized in a ceremony on May 25, 1925. Today, 100 years later, we celebrate the successes of the graduating class of 2025. It is my pleasure to begin our graduation ceremonies by introducing some key individuals. Please hold your applause until they all have been introduced. Today, our faculty marshals are our longest-serving faculty members, and they include Mr. Mike Arpin, our psychology instructor, Mr. Kendall Payne, a mathematics instructor. Our graduates today will be introduced by our communications instructor, Mr. Dirk Andrews. For the stage party, on the second row, beginning on my right, we have our athletic director, Mr. Bryce Saya, our vice chair, David Baldwin, our vice president for student services, Ryan McCune, and then on my left, on the far end, we have trustee Jimmy Littleford. Next to him, we have our Columbus campus director, Carrie Soper, and our vice president for career and technical education, Miss Heather Paulette, and our chief financial officer, sorry about that, Travis Young. Please give him a round of applause. It is now my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Becky Barnhart.
Good morning. Good morning, honored guests, faculty members, families, and most importantly, the 100th graduating class of 2025. It is with great pleasure and pride that we gather here today to celebrate the remarkable achievements of the graduates. I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you as we are coming together to mark this significant milestone in the lives of our students. To the graduates, I offer my heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees on reaching this historic occasion. Your hard work, your commitment, your resolve, all have brought you to this day, and we all are immensely proud of your accomplishments. I encourage you to reflect back on your knowledge and experiences that you have gained during your time here at CCC. I also want to express our deepest gratitude to the families and friends who have supported and encouraged our graduates through their academic journey. Your unwavering support has played a crucial role in their success, and today is your celebration of dedication as well. Once again, congratulations to the graduates, and thank you to everyone in attendance for joining us on this joyous occasion. Let us celebrate the accomplishments of our students and look forward to bright futures that await them. Thank you.
Today, in celebration of our 100th graduating class, we want to recognize two very special CCC graduates. They are the Stillwell twins. They're sitting right over here. It's Florine Carnes and Laudine Loon. These young ladies graduated from CCC in May of 1948. They recently participated in the Raven Proud videos and spoke about their experience attending and supporting CCC. They noted they were prepared for the workforce after they left CCC and had no problem getting jobs. They both noted that they learned a lot, and they felt attending the two-year institution gave the students an advantage over going straight to the four-year university. They like to recommend CCC to everyone as the best one around, and we appreciate that. Laudine was married to longtime CCC football coach Nolan Loon. These ladies keep busy volunteering with the Salvation Army, as well as with the Coffeyville Regional Medical Center Auxiliary. If you go to the hospital, anytime in the front door, you're going to find these two young ladies. Today, we want to recognize them for their lifelong dedication and commitment to the Coffeyville community and Coffeyville Community College on our 100th graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Florine Carnes and Laudine Loon. It is my pleasure at this time to welcome our commencement speaker, Mr. Barry Feaker. Barry Feaker is the founder and CEO of Compassion Strategies and CCT Strategies LLC, an organization that's dedicated to equipping leaders and communities to create strategic, sustainable impact for vulnerable populations. A native of Topeka, Kansas, Barry is a graduate of Topeka West High School and attended Coffeyville Community College and Kansas State University. He is also a graduate of Washburn University. Barry has received numerous awards and recognitions, including United States Presidential Letters, the Coffeyville Community College Distinguished Alumni Award, which he received last fall, the Washburn University Alumni Association Alumni Fellow Award. Barry is an ordained Southern Baptist minister, a university fellow, and holds an honorary doctorate from Washburn University. For 36 years, Barry served as the executive director of the Topeka Rescue Mission, where he led the development of innovative and holistic programs to serve the homeless, hungry, and impoverished. His work has extended far beyond Topeka, influencing strategies to combat poverty, trauma, and chronic homelessness across Kansas and beyond. Barry is a speaker, an author, and a podcast host. He is currently spearheading an effort called the All Hands on Deck campaign to end chronic homelessness in Topeka and Shawnee County by 2030. He is also partnering with the City of Lawrence, Kansas, and the Lawrence Community Shelter to advance A Place for Everyone, a community-wide initiative to address homelessness with compassion and collaboration. It is indeed a pleasure to welcome CCC alumnus Barry Feaker to Coffeyville Community College for this special day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Barry Feaker.
Thank you, Dr. Thornburg and trustees, for inviting me to be a part of this historic commencement. And 100 years. None of us were here then. Maybe some a little close, but can you imagine what it was like 100 years ago? Can you imagine what that one guy was thinking with 12 girls who were in that place? I wonder where he is today. But anyway, what a difference it's made in our society. What things have changed over the years. There was no internet, there was no Facebook, there was no cell phones, there was no GPS, and there was no AI. If you roll the clock just 50 years ago, none of that was there then, but I was. So I said, well, he's a really old guy. Yeah, I am. We didn't have any of that, and how times have changed. It's such an honor to be a part of Coffeyville Community College commencement today. The congratulations has already been extended, but I just want to extend them to the family members, the moms and dads, the brothers and sisters, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, cousins, extended family members, to the graduates and how you poured into them. Obviously, the trustees, the faculty, everybody that's been a part of this, the president of the college, who have invested in you, as well as the community of Coffeyville, Kansas. And that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about today, is how they invested in a guy like me to help me to be partly where I am today, but most importantly, you all, as the graduates. You have paid a price to be where you are now. You have paid a price that is going to pay off benefits in the future. You didn't quit. You had a plan when you were coming into Coffeyville that might have been different than the plan that you had before you got here. And what do you do? Here's the question. What do you do when your path is moving forward but there's a bend in your road? What do you do when there is an obstacle in your road? Going from here, you can say, I did that. You're part of a great heritage here. I was part of the 100th graduating class of Coffeyville Community College. But in the future, you're going to have bends in the road. So I want you to think about this. Do we pick up the bunny rabbit, or do we have courageous pivots? Do we pick up the bunny rabbit, or do we have courageous pivots? You're going to say, he's lost his mind. What in the world is he talking about? 1974, the last thing I had in my mind was to come to Coffeyville, Kansas, to be a part of what was called Coffeyville Junior College at the time. The reason for that is that my junior year in high school, the year before, we had a pretty good football team. We actually were headed to the state playoffs, and as a junior in high school, when I got a call from the incoming coach of Oklahoma, Barry Switzer, at my home, and to Tom Osborne from Nebraska that says, hey, we've been watching you. You're looking pretty good. That team's looking pretty good. If you have a really good season next year, when you graduate, we're going to invite you to be a part of our program. Back in those days, it was called the Big Eight. And so that was a dream for a Topeka kid to be a part of the Big Eight schools, to play football. Of course, my mind's rolling. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going into the pros. This is going to be an awesome experience. The only problem is we were going to the state playoffs 2 weeks before the state playoffs. My body went one way and my knee went the other. And so I ended up in the hospital. 2 weeks later, at the bowl game in Derby, Kansas, I'm at the game on crutches, watching my teammates lose in the state playoff. So I was really discouraged that they lost, but I was kind of glad it wasn't me on the field. So, kind of got out of that one. But healing up, a lot of ice baths, going back and forth with the doctor, 9 months on crutches, that was a pivot that I was needing to make. How am I going to press through to make it to the next place? I still wanted to be in the Big 8. We had a great first game our senior year. We beat the other team 27-0. That would be the last game that we won that year. The rest of our games systematically got worse and worse and worse, and then my plans began to be shattered. The things that I was wanting to do weren't going to happen now. Until one day, an individual by the name of Charlie Cooper came to Topeka West High School as a senior who thought life was over. I'm never going to make it in the big time in football. And he said, hey, I'm from Coffeyville Community College. I'm from Oklahoma. I've been a high school coach down there, and I want to invite you and a couple other guys from Topeka West to be a part of the Coffeyville Junior College football team. I'll have to be honest with you, that did not thrill me. I'll have to be honest with you, I didn't know anything about junior colleges. I'll have to be honest with you, I'd never been to Coffeyville before. But I wanted to play football, and we wanted to play football bad enough, so we said, okay, consolation prize, we'll come down to Coffeyville. I want to tell you, in 1973 and 74, when I visited Coffeyville, it didn't look anything like it looks today. The best way I can describe it, if you've ever seen Black and White Twilight Zone, that's what Coffeyville looked like. There was a Taco Tico, there was a Hardee's. There was a Taco Tico and there was a Hardee's. And there was a lot of bars, so guess where we did? We ate tacos and ate hamburgers and went to the bar, a lot. Charlie Cooper brought two of my friends. One would become the CEO of the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad, Carl Ice. His boss was Warren Buffett. Another one was Dan Brooks, who came down here with us, who would become a long-term coach before he retired, and me. Charlie Cooper took us into a 5-5 season. That was better than losing all but one of your games, but we still weren't quite there yet, and will we ever go on to major college ball? But consolation prize, making a pivot, okay, I'm coming to Coffeyville. One of the things that I wasn't impressed with, the amenities. The old dorms are still partly there now. When I first got here, the first night I was here early, and I laid down in my bed. I was the only one in the dorm, in the quad as we called them, and I heard some scratching going on underneath my bed. We had the storage under the bed. I hadn't put anything under there that was really good. I had a flashlight, looked down there, and there are Southeast Kansas tarantulas under there, and so I had to flee and sleep in my car. I said, this is crazy. This was really like the Twilight Zone. I didn't want to be here. We didn't want to be here, but there was something about the people in the school. There was something about the team. There was something about Coach Cooper. There was something about B.J. Pendleton, who was a teacher of mine. And the list went on. They kind of took us in, knowing that we weren't doing so great, and they made us feel like we had a home away from home. So 5-5, we did pretty good. We said, let's come back the next year, and we had a coaching change. We really liked Coach Cooper, but then we heard about this guy named Dick Foster. We'd heard how mean he was, how hard driving he was, how he'd been at Fort Scott, and KU Junior Varsity, and we knew that he was going to really hurt us. And so we were really debating if we wanted to be staying on the team. And so Coach Foster came in town, blowing and going. He said, you know what, first year out in 1975, we're going to win every game and go to the bowl game. We're going, he's possessed, he's stupid, we're not going to do that, we're not winners. But he kept pressing along and helped us to believe in ourselves. And fast forwarding that story, even though I wanted to quit and did for a couple of days, as well as Carl did, he said, you are going to miss the biggest opportunity of your life. And I said, what's a big opportunity about Coffeyville, Kansas? He said, you're going to miss the opportunity to be a part of something very big, very important. If you quit now, you will miss it all. And we said, well, we're not going to win all of our games, Coach. And he said, wait and see. We won the first one, and the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one, and there's a plaque in that wall back there. We were 11-0 by the end of the year. Some of the guys who were really good football players, like Ron Springs, Dallas Cowboys, I got to be his downfield blocker as left tackle. Only problem is Ron was so fast, 10 yards behind me, he'd beat me to the safety before I could block for him. But anyway, we won all of our games. We came up out of there, and we began to see that a pivot in life. The path that we were going to go down, maybe pivots aren't bad. Maybe courageous pivots of going where we need to go, in spite of the plans that are disappointing us, are going to pay off. Over the years, I've worked with 60, 70,000 people who've experienced homelessness. Many, many more hungry folks that are very discouraged in life. They want to give up. They don't think there's a hope. But because of what happened here in relationships, not just the education, which was good, not just the football team, which was good, but the relationships that I learned and the value of these, and you have with each other, and you've had with your faculty, you've had with the teams that you're on, These are the relationships that are going to stick with life, and they're going to help you to reflect back on how you can be there for someone else. So people can be a winner in spite of the pivot. So what does a bunny rabbit have to do with all this? Let me roll the clock back just a little bit more in my next 4 minutes I have left here. And that is when I was a kid in 6th grade, we had literally saw the Twilight Zone in black and white. We had 3 television stations, if the antenna was working okay. And on Sundays, we really liked watching football, and I liked watching the Kansas City Chiefs back then. There was a football player that's kind of like Patrick Mahomes back then. His name was Lenny Dawson. And I was thinking, man, how cool he is, but he really got cool on the Sunday afternoon when a truck pulled up in front of my house, and they brought in a RCA console color television. First time I'd ever seen color. And for you all, you're going to, there's always been color around. We didn't have any of that. We had 3 stations. We had football on Sundays in black and white, and I saw for the first time the Kansas City Chiefs in red jerseys. I always thought they were black because that's what they had, and the other team was white. I didn't know, never been to a game. When I saw Lenny Dawson, in color, winning those games against the different teams, the Raiders would be the one that the first one I saw, I said right then and there, I want to be a quarterback and play football someday. Coming into the 7th grade, that was when we first got a chance to play football. I remember that first day that we're in these really, really tight-fitting football uniforms. We got pads on, we got hip pads, we got knee pads, and this helmet to kill your head. And I was saying, well, this doesn't feel like I thought it was going to feel like. And then we get out on the field, and it is muggy, and it had rained the night before, and the grass hadn't been cut. But I was still encouraged because the coach said we're going to have 3 groups. Quarterbacks are going to go over here. The running backs are going to go over here, and the linemen are going to go over there. Well, you know where I went. I went where the quarterbacks are. And so I went over to the quarterback arena, and we had masking tape on the front of our helmets. And remember the head coach coming up to me, and he looked at my name on my helmet, and he goes, how do you pronounce that? I said, Feaker, sir. He said, Feaker, what are you doing over here? And I said, be a quarterback, coach. He goes, you're not going to be a quarterback. I said, yeah, I'm quarterback. I want to be a quarterback, coach. And he said, why do you want to be a quarterback? I want to be like Lenny Dawson. He said, you're never going to be like Lenny Dawson. You're never going to be a quarterback. Get over there with the fat kids in the lineup. That was not nice. And now my world's crushed. My world's crushed. And so I went over and I found out that the linemen, you know, they get down on the ground and they hit each other hard, and they got a guy that's on this machine they call the sled, and you got to hit it really hard and push it around this way or that way, and they yell at you and scream at you, and I'm about had it. And I looked over, and there's a bunny rabbit jumping across the field there. Now, if you've ever been a 7th grade boy, or girls, if you've ever known a 7th grade boy, they kind of get distracted. So I saw the bunny rabbit going, and I'm thinking, man, I want to get that bunny rabbit. I want to take him home. I want to watch color television and air conditioning. Forget this football stuff. And so I went over, just walked away from everybody, saw the bunny rabbit, took my helmet off, and I scooped that little bunny rabbit up in there, and I'm happy now. I'm going to watch football. I'm never going to be a football player, and I'm just going to be okay with this. And so I'm walking towards the locker room, totally mind out of everything. I can walk from home here, get this stupid uniform off, and I heard, Feaker! Oh no, I've got caught. Get back over here. There was a coach by the name of Coach Porter. I'd never met him before, but he knew who I was. And so I didn't want to come back, but I did. And he said, Feaker, where are you going? And I said, going home, Coach. He said, no, you're not. You're going to stick it out. I said, no, I'm going home. About that time, he looked in my helmet, and he saw fur. He said, what's in your helmet, Feaker? I said, bunny rabbit. What are you doing with a bunny rabbit in your helmet? And I said, I'm going home, Coach. He said, get the bunny rabbit out of your helmet now. I said, Coach, no, I want to take the bunny rabbit home. He said, you're not taking the bunny rabbit home? So what I did as a 7th grade boy, I said, okay, I got a plan here. I'm going to put the bunny rabbit down, but I'm going to keep an eye on where it's going because I'm going to come back and get him later. And Coach Porter said, put that helmet back on now. Put that helmet back on now. So I reluctantly put it on, snapped the chin strap, and he got up in my face and grabbed a hold of my face mask. If you ever played football, you know what that feels like. He jerked me to himself, and he said, Feaker, be a leader. I said, Coach, I don't want to be a leader. I want to go home and watch TV and air conditioning and play with my bunny rabbit. He said, no. He said, Feker, be a leader. He's getting a little more intense. And I'm crying at this point. I am so not wanting to be here. I'm crying. And then the third time, I'll never forget it, he pulled me right up. I can even smell his breath today. He said, Feker, you're going to be a leader. And I'm not taking no for an answer. Get on the field. And I went out there, and I got on the field. You have a choice going forward now to pick up the bunny rabbit and go home. The discouragements that you may have, the changes in plans, maybe you've already had them. Maybe you didn't plan on being at Coffeyville any more than I did. But I can tell you, sometimes the change in plans are the creation of something that is going to be better than what we planned. Sometimes the things that we run into, these bends in life, these obstacles, these challenges, which you're going to have a whole lot of them, a whole lot more, they're there to help you to be able to become who you need to be. Life isn't about perfect plans. It's about courageous pivots. They give us an opportunity to pivot, to grow, to learn, and to be who we need to be. This 100 years of Coffeyville Community College has invested in you in order that you can lead others to be invested in them. As you learn through your pivots, you're going to run into people who have experienced what you're experiencing or things that you've never heard of before, but you can be a Coach Porter in their life. I'm so grateful he didn't let me go home with the bunny rabbit. I'm so grateful that he said you're going to pivot and stay on the field. I'm so grateful that Dick Foster came along and this school and said, we believe in you. You can be a winner. I'm so grateful today that I'm standing here before you in this incredible honor to me to be looking at this school, this graduate, and be 100 years into this, knowing that you are the future. You are Red Ravens? Always. I'm always a Red Raven. And I encourage you today, as life has pivots, go out there and change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Feker. To present the student's address, please welcome to the stage Wesley Ann McCartney.
Good morning, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Wow, we finally did it. Today is more than just a ceremony. It's a celebration of every early morning, every late night, and every, I'm not sure if I can do this. It celebrates accomplishing our dreams, regardless of our fears and worries. Community college isn't always the traditional path, which makes it so powerful. Each of us took a journey that wasn't always easy, conventional, or acceptable, and made it ours. And today, we stand here, not in spite of those challenges, but because of them. Community college is often misunderstood. Some people think it's a backup plan or a stepping stone. But we know better. We know it's a place where dreams are reignited, ambition finds fuel, and people from all walks of life come together not to just get a degree, but to grow into the people we are supposed to be. Some of us return to school after raising families and working full-time jobs while juggling classes. Some of us are the first in our families to graduate, and many of us questioned whether we belonged here when we first walked through those doors. I know I did. Through middle and high school, I was always told that teachers and administrators wouldn't be supportive, helpful, or concerned about whether students passed or failed when I got to college. And those comments used to scare me. I was afraid that I was going to fail and that I wasn't going to be able to succeed in higher education. However, the teachers and administrators here at CCC are committed to helping students succeed in the classroom and the future, which made me feel more confident about my success and made those past comments that are always told to be null and void, which made my experience here at CCC more life-shaping and life-changing. I'll never forget the people who helped me shape this chapter of my life, teachers who went out of the way to support us, classmates who became friends, family who supported us through all the highs and lows, and advisors who saw potential when we felt stuck. Each of us has our own story of someone who made a difference. For me, it was my family and two very special teachers. My family continuously supported me in everything that I did, and were the ones who made me feel better about myself when I experienced times of anxiety, worry, and self-doubt. They constantly reminded me that it was okay, not always to be perfect, and that you can only succeed through hard work, just not only perfect grades. To Melissa Gunby and Selena Make, thank you for doing everything you can to help me succeed. To Gumby, thank you for being a fantastic PTK advisor and teaching me the importance of community service. And to Meek, thank you for your endless support and guidance on becoming a successful and memorable future teacher. To my fellow graduates, don't let anyone tell you this is a small accomplishment. This is a considerable achievement. You showed up, worked hard, and earned your place here. You've already proven that you can overcome obstacles and rise above doubt. So today, as we throw our caps into the sky, let's remember this is not the finish line. This is a milestone, a moment to honor how far we've come and a reminder of how much we're capable of. Whether you're transferring to a university, starting a new career, or still figuring it out, know that you are ready. You've already done something remarkable. You've rewritten your story, and you'll keep writing it with resilience, courage, and purpose, but most importantly, with kindness. Our world right now is split in half, and our world has turned into a world full of hatred, violence, and sadness. By going through life and your future endeavors with a little bit of kindness, you will be better for it, and so will our world. As Robin Hobb, an American writer of speculative fiction, says, every small, unselfish action nudges the world toward a better path. An accumulation of small acts can change the world. As we leave today, let's take pride in where we came from and courage in where we're going. Let's lift others as we rise, just as we were lifted. Congratulations, class of 2025. This is your moment. We didn't just attend community college, we transformed through it. Thank you.
To present the student, oh, sorry about that. We are struggling today, I guess. To present the 2025 Russell H. Graham Memorial Award, please welcome to the stage Mr. Mike Arpin. Dr. Russell H. Graham started his career in Red Raven Country as vice president in 1966, when Coffeyville Community College, then called Junior College, separated from the public elementary and secondary schools in 1967. Graham was named the institution's president. During his tenure at CCC, the theater and administrative wing of the Arts and Science Building, the Student Success Center, library, the Student Union, and Weinberg Hall were constructed. Dr. Graham died in 1985 at 55, while still serving as president of CCC. The Russell H. Graham Award was established to recognize a single outstanding graduate of each class. This year's recipient is Mr. Garrison Martin. To present the 2025 Tina Logan Inspiration Award, please welcome to the stage Tina's daughter, JD. Tina Logan began her career at Coffeyville Community College in September of 1994 as a business and computer technology instructor, a position she held for almost 20 years. During this time, she served as the Business Professional of America Advisor for students at the CCC Technical Campus in Coffeyville, winning many awards along the way. Tina was someone who had the ability to inspire, motivate, and encourage students to pursue their goals while preparing them in the area of the workforce. She was very active and dedicated to students who were involved in BPA. She was instrumental in raising money for the program through vinyl t-shirt creations, graphic design, and glass etchings. Tina passed away in November of 2023. In honor of Tina and her inspiration, the Tina Logan Inspiration Award was established to recognize a single inspiring career and technical education student from each graduating class. This year's recipient is Rebecca Ware. To present the 2025 Linda McFade Service Award, please welcome to the stage Eta Gamma Chapter Advisor, Melissa Gunby. The Linda McFate Service Award is named in honor of Mrs. Linda McFate, Emeritus Advisor of the Eta Gamma Chapter of Phi Theta Kappa at Coffeyville Community College. Mrs. McFate and Chuck are here today. Mrs. McFate served the local chapter for over 25 years at CCC. She has mentored and provided a platform for many students to reach their full academic potential and providing a space to develop into servant leaders in their local chapter and community. After her retirement in 2018, she has continued to be an active volunteer and source of advice for the Eta Gamma chapter. The Linda McFate Service Award is presented to the Eta Gamma chapter member who has demonstrated exemplary service to the CCC and our community. This year's recipient of the Linda McFate Service Award is Wesley Ann McCartney. We would also like to honor our honor graduates. An honor graduate has accumulated an overall grade point average of 3.4 and earned no grade lower than a C. These honor graduates may be recognized by the red and white honor cords being worn today. Will the honor graduates please stand? Students who are invited for membership to Phi Theta Kappa must have earned a 3.5 or higher GPA after completing 12 hours of college credit. These students have maintained a minimum GPA of 3.25 throughout their academic careers. The Eta Gamma chapter members of Phi Theta Kappa may be recognized by the golden stoles being worn today. Will the Phi Theta Kappa graduates please stand? In addition, we have a select group of graduates who have achieved high academic success. These students have maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average while earning an associate degree or technical certificate. Will the following students please approach the stage to the left? Chakiza Clemens. It's nice to hear all that clinking, isn't it? Good job. Lauren Datar. Isaiah Dick. Anna Elliott. Taylor Gray. Konaha Ase. Mariah Parrott. Nicholas Long. Michael McCullough. Kennedy Redden. Chad Rinker. Siler Schuberger. James Shoulders. Lucy Staines. Garrett Van Oster. Rebecca Ware. Cutter Weil. Raina Whitwer. Will the graduates please stand? President Thornburg, it is my pleasure to present to you the 2025 candidates for the awarding of their respective degrees and certificates. These students have met the requirements for their degrees or certificates as required by the state of Kansas, the Kansas Board of Regents, and the faculty of this institution.
By the power and authority vested in me by the state of Kansas, the Kansas Board of Regents, the Board of Trustees, and with the approval of the CCC faculty, I now confer upon you the respective associate degree or certificate. Will you please approach the stage to receive your respective degree or certificate?
Adriana Alexander. Nicholas Alfaro. Alonzo Andres Matias. Ava Baker. Madison Ballinger. Christopher Barrows. Charles Caparotto. Micah Cooley. Joshua Eastman. Anna JoBeth Elliott. Angie Daniela Diaz. Anna Esquivel. Christian Jansen. Shelby Anna Karsting. Kylan Overstreet. Diane Michelle Ramirez. Chad Ritter. Jaden Roberts. Allison Grace Schubert. Kaya Siobhan Weathers. Riley Winchin. Raina Whitwer. Jermari Gerard Wire. Bryn Valentine. Easton Brennan. Kate Evely. Ariel Bell. Royana Farmer. Dakia Blake. Nicholas Guillermo Flores. Day Jaquan Jackson. Mariah Jeter Parrott. Sophia Ann Burns Colbert. Jaden Elizabeth Camp. Haley Renee Clark. Chiquisia Clemens. Kylie Jo Conley. Emily Marie Cook. Kinley Cook. Lauren Angeline Datar. Rosa Ferrero Calabuge. Kendall Jonathan Green.
Why change something if it works?
My very good friend, Terry Gregory. Jessica Ann Kelly. Sydney Lanning. Akaya Marie Littlejohn. Nicholas Long. McKenna Colleen Lunsford. Garrison Martin. Triana May Morris. Cordell Josiah Moses. Athena Orman. Melissa Giselle Ortiz. Alexis Anel Parker. Kavion Hayes. Cassandra Heidemann. Ashley Michelle Hernandez Jimenez. Konoha Issa. Haley Isom. Wesley Ann Marie McCartney. Brianna Marie Patterson. Griffin Clayton Peck. Amalinali Pemberton. Leia Mercedes Picard. Dylan Scott Plumley. Anna Mae Powers. Kennedy Renee Redden. Laura Grace Robinson. Stetson Blaine Setter. Dason Shell. Julia Maria Rodriguez Silva. Cadence May Scoopin. Lucy Jane Staines. Jacob Clyde Trosper. Julius McVeigh Jr. Marissa Anali Madrano. Keisha Miller. Easton Morris. Amaro Sharp. Darian Trayvon Mays. Jackson Trine. Chloe Whitley. Tyler J. Zimmerman. Christian Gray. Niabri Colbert Hadley. Wyatt Hanna. Lena Marie Ugly. Camry Nicole Johnson. Jason Lee Allison. Kaylin Marie Brewer. Christopher Joseph. Ashley Ann Kunis. Lily Martin. Nadeja Lee Lasty Simeon. Jessica Bates. Jimmy Bradshaw III. Courtney Burton. Tyler Cook. Manya Marie Elsheimer. Kelly Hutton. Laura Johnson. McKenna Little. Andy Ray Lupton. Dominique Mendoza. Eva Lynn Marie Myers. Billy Ann Salee. Noah Ray Sparks. Braden Tyler Berkey. Jillian Marie Lawrence. Isabel Grayson Lawson. Caden Lemus. Landon Livingston. Michael Dwayne McCullough. Lacey Stokeham. Tiffany Lynn Stover. Rebecca Ware. Ronald Aguilar. Kyler James Kennedy. Kamisha Klein. Paxton Crawford. Isaiah Philip Dick. Taylor Wayne Gray. Gabriel Jaimes. Mary Elizabeth Johnson. Talon McDowell. Connor Miner. Alex Moss. Kyler Charlo. James Dale Shoulders. Manuel Dion Strickland. Samantha Taylor. Cole Michael Kellogg. Chanel Rose Kidd. Johnny Perry. Zaylin Reed. Madison Rogers. Andrew West. Devin Nathaniel Wilson. Carson Bailey Woodward. Caleb Jackson. Staff Sergeant Randy Gilbreth.
Best part of the day. Will the graduates please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the 100th graduating class from CCC. If you would please remain in your seats until the graduates and the stage party has exited the gym, it would be appreciated. Please stand for the alma mater.